Hello everybody, welcome back to Tetris 99. 99. Tetris no is what it means in German. Funny. I'm very funny, guys. Anyways, I don't really have a whole lot of time to record a second episode. So I'm just doing by second episode, I mean, I was gonna do a second stream, but I don't have any time, so I'm just gonna be doing a recording instead. This is not a bad time to do Tetris, honestly. Tetris is a nice backup if I ever don't have enough time to do a second stream, I guess. Honestly, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I just got finished having a pancake and a chocolate granola bar. Pretty good, I'd say. You know, I should probably write that down before I forget, because, you know, sometimes I'm not on my best A-game when writing down what I've had. I had beef stew earlier, too. I think that was like, what, like 325 calories? And then peanut butter chocolate bar. Those are always good. And then I had a pancake. So, I don't know, somewhere, I think the pancake was like 200 or something. So, overall, where am I now? 675, so I'm at 1675 calories for today. Not bad. I might have some trail mix in this recording if I feel like it. I actually did the missions already, but I really feel like playing Invictus, because why not? It's kind of instinct at this point, just to play Invictus first. There are some recordings where I don't do Invictus, like if it's the KOs or something. That can happen. So anyways, everybody, I have some fun stuff to talk about, as well as some not so fun stuff. But I'll go over that. We have the whole episode to go over it. You know, not bad idea. So let me get my things to talk about notes ready. I wrote down 6 things. Actually, 5 things, because one of them I already talked about in the stream. So I'll mark that off. So let's go over them today, because it's very fun. Very fun, having a good time. Like that song, having a good time. I also, as I said in my stream, I figured out how to charge my Switch without it being docked. It's actually really simple. I just have to take out one of the cords and plug it into the bottom of my Switch. Feels very weird charging from the bottom of the Switch, though. It seems very awkward. It's very awkward. So basically what I do is I have my Switch facing upside down. Well, not like face-wise, but like, it's like flipped 180 degrees upside down, and I end up like having to memorize the controls in reverse, because the cord is not long enough to reach all the way across my bed. So what I end up having to do is I have to end up like having it upside down. So for me, the A button is on the left side instead of the right side, and the plus button is on the left side instead of the right side. Wait, yeah, okay, well, never mind then, same thing then. Oh yeah, well, the start button, yeah, that's the same. Okay, never mind then, I got confused. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like keyboard controls, you know, because keyboard, as you know, is generally the opposite of... Well, it depends on the game you're playing. Some games use WASD, which is normal, but like some games use the arrow keys, which is backwards. It's like having to move left and right with the keyboard compared to the well, because it's on the right side. Like, imagine if you have a controller and the joystick is on the right instead of the left, and then the buttons are on the left. You know, when you think about it, it really is weird. I remember James Rolfe talking about that one time, being like how he just can't get the hang of keyboard controls. It feels too weird. Because, like, he's so used to having a joystick with the left hand. And it just doesn't feel right. But, well, the thing is, I'm kind of, I guess, I don't think this counts as being ambidextrous. Which, a fun fact, I was watching Persona 5 Royal Part 38 today, and that's literally a part where I talk about the fact that Akechi is ambidextrous, and it's really funny. So the word ambidextrous is just been in my head all day because of that. So that's kind of funny. So yeah, pretty funny. Funny. What else can I talk about? Well, yeah, because, I grew up a lot playing keyboard, like, only. Kind of reminds me of, like, people who play shooters with a keyboard. Well, I think, isn't that, sometimes that's better, though, than... See, because okay, I'm getting way off tangent, whatever, I don't care. I grew up playing shooters with a joystick and, like, the right stick, you know? And aiming with, like, R2 or whatever, or R1. I'm used to that. I can't get the hang of, shooters with a mouse and keyboard. It just doesn't feel right to me. Like, if you guys remember, I remember back in the day, I played Black Ops 2 on PC, and I could not get used to that shit with a keyboard. It was impossible. It just feels way better with, also, I got distracted. I thought it was Team Battle. Bruh. I've been playing so much Team Battle that I just instinctively press start after every round, because if you do that, you get extra experience. You get 25 experience every time you give someone a like. It's free experience, dude. That adds up over time. You know, 100 hearts is 2,500 experience. It's good. So, yeah. Okay, what else? Basically, I grew up playing Mario Bros. X and emulators. And back in the day, I did not have a controller that I could just willy-nilly connect to my PC. Actually, back then I didn't like doing it, but nowadays I kind of have to. I just don't like playing games with a keyboard. It doesn't feel right. The only games I can play with a keyboard are Roblox, because it's just better to play that game with a keyboard. Mario Bros. X. Mario Bros. X is really simple, that you don't need a controller. And also, it's just easier for testing, just to, like, do the keyboard. You don't have to go get out your controller just to test. And, as for... Oh, there goes the Joy-Con drift again. And the other game, I think, is... oh yeah, RPG Maker, obviously. AKA my fan game. Because my fan game, I do a lot of testing with just the keyboard. That way I don't have to pull out my controller every time. And it's a lot easier. So, yeah, that's the gist of it, basically. Also, I hope I have enough juice for this recording. Oh yeah, I refilled, so never mind. I have enough juice for this. I'm most likely I'm gonna have enough juice anyway. So yeah. Okay, so that's one of the was that even one of the topics? I don't think that was one of the topics. No, that wasn't. I just went off on a random tangent. I don't fucking know how that happens. Well, anyways, one of the things I want to talk about. This one's probably the most important, I'd say, and it has to do with the whole 3DS and Wii U shop situation. So Nintendo Life uploaded a video today where they talked about, like, how it's very unfortunate that, like, the 3DS shop is shutting down. Of course, you already know that, but I want to go into it. I want to go a little bit more in detail with it. So, it has come to my attention that you can actually download the updates for 3DS games without even having the game, which is something I never knew about, and it really surprised me. So basically, Xeon was all like, oh hey, if you plan to get these games in the future, just download all the updates, and you'll have them for the future if you ever decide to play those games. And even if you don't, you have the updates anyways, and they're not lost to time, which I think is quite brilliant. So, yeah, I think that's very smart. If any of you have plans to play a bunch of 3DS games someday, legitimately, without having to resort to, you know, piracy or other methods, I recommend you download. I recommend you download all of the updates to all the games that you want to play in the future. And you might, as Xeon said, you might thank yourself later, or whatever he said. He said something like that. So, I think that was a very, very good PSA, honestly. Now, as for Wii U games, I'm not so sure the same could be said for them. It would be nice if the same could be said for them. I mean, I sure hope so. Because if we could prematurely download Wii U like updates, that would be a pretty big game changer, I'd say. Also, I fucked up. Yay, I fucked up. I'm almost dead. It's okay. Actually, the yellow team might actually win. We'll see. All right, so yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm a bit more of a rebel, and I'm not too concerned about... There's not really any 3DS games that I have in mind that have updates like that. I mean, I did download Mario & Luigi Dream Team, and I didn't really need the patch for that, actually. But if I decide to re-download... I could get this patch, actually. Wait, did I get the patch or not? I don't remember. See, I played Bowser's Inside Story, the remake, without the patch. And I don't even know what the patch does, honestly. I could download it, I guess, if I really wanted to. But I already beat Bowser's Inside Story on the 3DS like a few years ago. And if I want to replay Bowser's Inside Story, I just play the DS original, is what I'm planning to do someday. So I've never played the DS original to completion, only the 3DS version. And I'd really consider doing that. So yeah, what else can I, is there anything else I can follow up on that? Not really. I think that's roughly about it for the 3DS, debacle. I just hope Citra gets better by the time they shut it down. So anyways, some other things I want to talk about. Oh yeah, so I watched a video today from Thomas Game Docs. He's been in my feed a lot recently. I've been enjoying those videos. What can I say? He did a video today where he was talking about a very interesting story where apparently Nintendo, of all companies, they copied the source code for Donkey Kong. Because apparently, they did not originally make the code for Donkey Kong. And I did not know that. I already forgot the company that made it. It was like Ida Deki or something? Something like that. It started with an I don't remember. Ida Deki. And they made the source code for Donkey Kong. And Nintendo did everything else. But technically, they own the rights to that code for the arcade version of Donkey Kong. And so basically, Nintendo, when they made Donkey Kong Jr., they actually copied the source code of the original Donkey Kong, and they got into a lawsuit over it because they do not own the rights to that coding. And back in the day, I guess, Japan wasn't as strict about, like, code or whatever. Like, there wasn't really any, like, copyright laws on coding. But now there is. So if you steal someone else's code, you're gonna get in trouble for it, which is kind of scary, but that is a thing that can happen. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the other thing is that, like, they, illegally mass-produced arcade machines without, like, their permission or something, and they also got in trouble for that, I think, too. So, that's a very interesting story. And that actually clears up a lot of things, because I remember watching a while back the Lonely Goomba video where he talked about every single port of Donkey Kong. And I remember learning, I learned a lot about Donkey Kong in that video. I actually didn't know that the arcade version of Donkey Kong had an extra level. Because a lot of people play the NES version of Donkey Kong. And the NES version is inferior to the arcade version for a few reasons. One, the graphics and sound aren't as good. And two, the, it's missing an entire level. Which is just fucking, it just boggles my mind, because for the longest time, I never really knew about the existence of this level, because I always saw people play the NES version. So this, like, extra level, aka the Pie level, is what the Lonely Goomba called it, or the Pie Factory, or whatever you want to call it. That level was always excluded in a lot of versions of Donkey Kong for the arcade. Because they always re-released the NES version, or they based it off the NES version. I don't know, maybe Nintendo was just too lazy and they didn't feel like making the fucking Pie level. I don't know. So, what I find very interesting is that, actually, we could check this out right now. Can I go to the eShop? Let me check this out. I think it should be on here anyway. Let's see. I mean, I hope the eShop works, because who knows if they're down for maintenance, or if my internet is a bitch. Yeah, we can check this out right now. Here, why don't we check out what's featured on the eShop? Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Ollie World. I've heard good things about this. People are saying really good things about it. Crunchyroll is on here, apparently. Earn gold points. There's the dumb Kingdom Hearts Cloud Collection, Assassin's Creed. Wow, they got a lot of good stuff here. MLB The Show 2022. Oh, there's that Chrono. Oh, wow, it's really nice seeing Chrono Cross on there. Oh, dude, I remember Puzzle and Dragons. I played that shit on the 3DS. Is that the one with the Mario? Does this one have the Mario, like, edition in it? I don't think so. I played the Mario version. That was kind of alright, I guess. Amogus. Chocobo GP. Aw. People like that. No, don't close the eShop. Is it? Let me see. I think it's called Arcade Archives. Yeah. Where is it? There it is! Arcade Archives. Yeah, here we go. Save lady from her kidnapper Donkey Kong. Yeah. Donkey Kong is an action game. Let's see. This version contains both the early and later versions as well. The Arcade Archives series has faithfully reproduced many classic arcade masterpieces. Players can change various game settings such as difficulty, yeah. I guess the description's kinda generic, isn't it? Yeah, so this version of Donkey Kong... Maybe they'll show it. Yeah! This version has the Pie level in it. It's not the NES version. Which means this version is the best way to play Donkey Kong. So yeah, it's really fucking cool. You can play Donkey Kong, the arcade version. Oh, they also have Super Punch-Out on here, that's cool. I wonder if this version is a good way to speedrun the game, or not. Right? Is that... Wait, that's... This is super... That's not the thing. Actually, I'm thinking of a different Punch-Out. I'm thinking of Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo, right? This is a different one, I think. That's like the arcade Punch-Out. Yeah, okay, I'm thinking of a different one. There's a lot of games on here. Donkey Kong Jr. is here, too. Okay. Well, they have a lot more things. Wait, they also have Punch-Out. Wait, so what's Super Punch-Out Arcade, then? I've never heard of that before. They also have Donkey Kong 3. There's a lot of games on here. Jesus, I didn't know there were so many arcade archives. Holy crap! Well, one of the definite better ones is Super Mario Bros. That one is that's really good. This is the one with like versus Boo or whatever, right? That's a really good version of Mario Bros. Wait, how does this work actually? Does this version have so is this just straight up Super Mario Bros. With like extra features? This version is from the Nintendo Versus system, and the positions of enemies and items differ from the NES. Oh. Dude. This could be an interesting... That's $10, though. I'm not paying $10 for Mario Bros. On fucking Versus Mario Bros. Does this game work with multiplayer, though? Because if so, that'd be really cool. Well, it says number of players could mean anything. Doesn't say anything about internet connection, though. I don't think so, anyway. That's cool, though. Yeah, that is really nice. Okay. I might lose my place in Tetris now, though. Oh, okay, never mind then. So anyways, yeah, that was really cool to check out. The pie level. Okay, so far, I think we're gonna put Donkey Kong in the thumbnail, maybe. Donkey Kong? Question mark? Maybe we'll put Donkey Kong with a pie. Like, he'll just have a fucking, like, apple pie in his hand. That'd be really funny. And, like, I don't know. Or what about Donkey Kong with a pie and a 3DS? There we go. Okay, there you go. That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, so what I thought about is the reason why Nintendo didn't do the arcade version, I think, is what I'm speculating. The reason why they didn't do it is because since, Itadeki, or whatever the fuck they're called, since they own, like, half the rights to the game, because they own the code of the game, what I think that means is they would get half of the shares of the game, which is why Nintendo didn't want to re-release that version, because every time they would have re-released it, Itadeki would have gotten half the profits, is basically what's happening there. And I don't know why they decided to do the arcade version this time, but I think it's pretty great. And then again, it said something about Hamster Inc. or whatever did that version. So maybe like Hamster went to Itadeki or whatever and be like, hey, we want to do the arcade version of Donkey Kong on Switch. You mind if we do it? And they're like, sure, as long as we get half the money. And I'm guessing that's what happened there. So, it's cool that we have an official way to play the original version of Donkey Kong, though. So, I'm pretty happy about that. So, I'm pretty happy that we can play Donkey Kong Arcade on the Switch. I've never tried that version, though, but I've heard it's good. You can also play the game, there's also a very cool thing that you can do. You can actually, like, hold up your Switch, you can tilt your Switch 90 degrees, and it'll actually look like you're playing on, like, a mini arcade machine. It's really cool, I love that. That's probably one of the best things about it. Of course, I don't play in docked mode very much these days. I mean, besides Tetris, obviously. But, I play in docked most of the time, not handheld. So, I wouldn't really get to see that a whole lot, I don't think. Unfortunately, but that's okay, that's okay. So yeah, I just think that's really cool. I'm not really much for words now, am I? I'm kind of stumbling a lot. But I'll just end it by saying once again, great way to play Donkey Kong if you haven't already. I don't know how easy it is to emulate the arcade version. Most people just play the NES version, but that's inferior. And also, don't people, if they, like, speedrun Donkey Kong, they try to go for the arcade version? How high can you get? And it's just Donkey Kong smoking a joint. That is the stupidest joke I've ever made. Oh my god. Can I get in there, please? Maybe? I can't get in there. Okay, very cool, Tetris. There's just an empty space that could be used for one of those blue pieces. That looks so bad. So, what else? Who's the name of the guy that, like, sues everybody? I forgot. We probably don't need to speak his name. The infamous Donkey Kong guy that sues everybody if you shit on him. Like, that's literally what he does. Okay, can I get a... There we go. Wait, I can't get in there now. Oh yeah, Billy Mitchell, that's his name. This guy, he literally sues everybody. He's like, oh, you said something bad about me? Sued, bitch. And a lot of the time he wins, too. I mean, we've talked about Apollo Legend on this channel before. The guy who defamed him and actually, like, took his own life because of it. Because he couldn't handle the lawsuit and the backlash from Billy Mitchell. Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate, but... yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, what a fucking great song that is. I forgot how good the victory theme, or the victory title screen is for Neptunia. Super good. Also, I got an interesting video from She Says called What Happens When Pooh Rides the Bike. And it's only 1 minute. And I think it's one of those, like, dumb YouTube short videos. And, like, I don't know. I don't know if I should click on it or not, because I don't support YouTube shorts. I don't like them. I think the format is stupid. But I kind of want to know about Pooh riding the bike in Earthbound. I don't know. It's very tempting, you know. Also, another thing that keeps popping up in my feed is Kit and Krista are doing a podcast now after leaving Nintendo, which is really interesting. I didn't know that. I think that's really cool that they're starting their own podcast. Like, good for them. Good for them that they're, like, not feeling pressured by Nintendo and they're just happy doing their own thing now. I don't know if I have time to watch it though. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's quite demanding. I mean, I say that and I fucking do 3 hours of me fucking playing a random game. You know, whatever. I do my own thing. Look, I'm not asking people to watch my videos. I just do them to play games. That's it. That's the gist of it. I do it because I want to play a game. If I want to play Mario, I play Mario. I stream it. I get my memories out there. My YouTube channel is like a web of memories. You know, that's what it is to me, anyway. Because I like reserving my past. Conserving past is one of the biggest deals for me. Because, as you know, my Mario Bros. X levels, I just uncovered a bunch of them recently. And the problem is they're not in the best form, because all the graphics and music are gone. So I have to figure out what the graphics originally were. And that's kind of impossible for me. It gave me a fucking brain headache. That's what a headache is, dumbass. It gave me it hurt my brain, because I'm like, what are these graphics? Like, what were these graphics originally? And I have no idea what they were. I only know, like, a few of them, maybe. So I have to kind of, like, figure it out by scratch. And, like, it's not gonna look exactly the way it does. The level structure's there, which is good, but everything else is just, it's all fucked up. Which means, getting those levels back isn't gonna be the easiest thing in the world. It would take some time to restore them. I also, was very disappointed last night because I found out that one of my Shy Guy... So I made this series of levels called Shy Guy Quest. And, well, the thing about these levels is that for some reason, levels 1 and 3 are missing. And I have no idea why. I have no idea why levels 1 and 3 are missing. Like, it's just not, it's kind of dumb. It's really dumb, actually. Because I don't remember what those levels looked like. So, like, what? Do I rebuild levels 1 and 3 from scratch and just leave it at that? Like, what do I do with that? Like, I have no idea. It's a bit annoying. However, one good thing is that I had this one series of levels called the 8 Bits, which is like a story about like SMB2 characters. That's actually pretty intact because that uses vanilla SMBX graphics, which is very that was good at least. I actually replayed it and it was good. I had a good time with that. I had to fix a few things, but other than music maybe, it was very playable, and it actually works. There's some other things that also work pretty well. I remember making this level, or these sets of levels called, the Rip-Ovs, or the Ripzovs. It's a weird name. It's RIPZOVVS. The Ripzovs. Which is supposed to be a pun on the rip-offs. Because it's ripping, I don't know, it's ripping off something, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking with that name. But that's that. Those levels work mostly well. There's maybe some custom graphics that are missing, but otherwise, it's very good. And it's funny because all those levels use Undertale music in them. Now, I made a similar set of levels a long time ago. I don't think I have access to those anymore. I don't know what happened to them, but that's something that's straight up just missing. I don't know, was it called the Ripzovs 1 or something? Now, I remember the Ripzovs 1 more fondly than the Ripzovs 2. Just because of the fact that, well, I think the level design was a lot better in the original, personally. I'm more fond of it, personally. Well, because, like, I think the music was better, there was more diversity. I should redo it. I should make a new series and call it the Ripzovs 3. And it'll retell that story, but like it'll be better level design as well as better music, better level design, more themes, maybe even more levels. And I think that'd be a great idea. Because those are really fun to... Okay, I didn't really explain much about the Ripzovs, but what the Ripzovs is... Let's try saying that 3 times fast. What these levels are, is... You have 4 levels per world. I think also including a boss level. I don't know if there's 4 levels and the 4th one is a boss level, or if it's 4 levels and then a 5th boss level. I don't remember. Now, what these levels are, is you have one screen, and then you go into a warp, and then you go to another screen, and you do that 4 times each level. So each level has 4 screens, which are 1 screen each. There's no camera scrolling, and you have to solve each of the levels. And you have to figure out the solution to each of those. And it's such a fun concept that I did it twice. And I'm probably going to do it a 3rd time now, because I just love that concept so much. And I might even take a break from redoing my space station level, which I just learned last night that it's originally called Space Apace. That's what I called it, Space Apace. Space O Pace. And I like that name a lot. I completely forgot about it, though. But the name of the level is returned. It's come back to me now. However, Because my level, like the remake of the level is just called it's called like Return of Space Station or something. Revival of Space Station. That's literally what I called it, because like, I didn't know what the fuck the level was called originally. So now I could call it like Space Apace Returns or something. And people won't even know what the original Space Apace looks like. But the concepts are all there. In fact, I like the revival of Space Station way better than Space Apace because it's longer. Space Apace is actually really short, surprisingly. I remember Space Apace being super long, but it's actually not long at all. Then again, maybe I have a longer version that existed somewhere else at some other point in time. I don't know. But that's what remains of Space Apace. I'd have to redo all the graphics for it, though, which would be annoying. Also, it turns out that there's actually Koopa Troopas in Space Apace. I never knew that, because there's actually no Koopa Troopas in a revival of Space Station. There's a lot more enemies, for sure, but there's also the lack of piranha plants and Koopas, which is kind of charming. I kind of like that, but I'll pass on it. Oh, dude, what if I copied the level design of Space Apace and put it in Revival of Space Station? That would be cool. Then, like, you're combining both the levels together. I wonder if that's even possible. Is that even possible to do? I don't even know. I might have to do it from, like, I don't know if I can copy it, necessarily. I'd have to, like, do it screen by screen or something. Something like that. And then you end up with all the Koopas and, like, stuff. Also, one benefit about SMBX 2.0, which is what I'm using, I used to use SMBX 1.3 back in the day or something. 1.4 or whatever it was. I don't remember what number it was. The difference with that version compared to the difference with SMBX 2.1 or 2.0, not 2.1. Best version 2.1. 2.0 has so much new features that it wouldn't feel right going back to 2.0 or back to 1.4 anymore. Honestly, like, there's so much, like, you have Phantos in the new version. There's checkpoints from Mario Maker in it, which means you can have more than one checkpoint in a level, finally. Which is what I used to do for my old levels. Because there's a little trick you can do if you're doing, like, if you're doing a submission or whatever where it's just one level, what you can do to have multiple checkpoints is put stars in your level, and for every star you get, you can put a door at the start of your level which acts as a checkpoint system. It's like, oh, you have 2 stars? This is where you are in the level, essentially. I learned that from a Vinesauce level showcase. Remember when Vinny used to do SMBX levels? I missed him doing that. I kind of wish he would do that again, but with, like, SMBX 2 levels. I miss those times, kind of. Because I started making SMBX levels, like, after Vinny stopped doing, like, SMBX, like, showcases or level submissions. I don't know, there's just a certain charm about SMBX that will never be matched by Mario Maker, ever. Mario Maker can never replace SMBX for me. I do love Mario Maker, don't get me wrong. Mario Maker's great. I've put countless hours into it. Hell, I even have a Super World that's not out at the time of February 2022. It'll come out someday. I'm gonna release it and do a fucking series on it. I need to stop swearing, sorry. I'm gonna do a series on my own Super World, trust me. However, SMBX has so many features compared to Mario Maker that it can just never be beaten. And the thing about SMBX is it has everything that Mario has, plus more. because Mario Bros. X has original stuff in it, too. Like, there's... Like, even in SMBX 2, there's, like, a lot of, like, stuff that's original to that. Like, there's these enemies called, like, what are they called? Mad Thwomps? And they continually, like, stomp the ground infinitely. It's insane. Then there's the... Well, you have the Bomb Buddies. Like, you have NPCs. NPCs aren't in Mario Maker. You can't have dialogue in Mario Maker. Because I would always make, like, stories in Mario Bros. X. Like, I would tell a story in my level, and, like, there'd be dialogue between characters. And you just don't have that in Mario Maker. There's no way to have, like, dialogue in that game. Which is something that is very missing a lot. So, yeah, that's another thing. What else? I like the unique power-ups, like the Billy Gun, or the propeller block, which is more of a thing from New Super Mario Bros. But even then, you have New Super Mario Bros. Content in there. Like, you have bullies. Bullies are a thing. Well, I guess they're a thing in 3D World, but they're not in the normal games. What else do you have? You have the Switch Palace switches, which you can turn on and off instead of just on and off switches. Switch Palace stuff is great. You can make larger worlds with more creativity in them. You can have custom music. I mean, if you play SMBX, you already know all this, but, like, there's so much to it. There's so much to it that's just awesome. It's awesome to have that. And that's why that's why SMBX will never be replaced for me. Mario Maker's cool on its own. Like, you can do some cool things with it, like stacking enemies, or having, like, giant, like, bullet bills, or whatever the fuck you want. Or you also have a lot of multiplayer options. There's some cool things you can do in Mario Maker that you can't do in SMBX. But those are very minimal in comparison to what SMBX has over Mario Maker. Which is why I was very disappointed when, you know, Mario Maker started getting all this attention, because people forgot about what made SMBX so good. They forgot about the OG Mario Maker. Well, and before Mario Bros. X, we had Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Those level editors are very outdated by now, but I grew up with that, and that shit was really fun back then. Nowadays, not so much. I feel like that level editor, you don't need it anymore. Because we have Mario Bros. X and Mario Maker now, with much better level editors. Oh yeah, that reminds me of another editor that I used to use back in the day. It's not as good as Mario Bros. X, if you ask me. But I remember this editor called Mario Builder. Now, Mario Builder it kind of ran a little weird on my laptop. It would crash a lot, it'd stutter a lot, but man, was it really fucking fun. There's actually some things in Mario Builder that isn't in Mario Bros. X too. Like, I don't know, there's probably some enemies that aren't in there. Probably there's like some graphics and music that isn't in Mario Bros. X. I mean, then again, you can mod it in there, but I don't know, Mario Builder was really cool. I wonder if Mario Builder's still around. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more round where I just sit out and look this up, because I'm kind of curious. Well, I want to see if Mario Builder's still around. Let's see, Mario... Well, if I search Mario Builder, I might get, like, fucking Builder Mario. Mario Builder. Oh my god, dude! Yeah, hold on, I found it, I think. Well, here it is. You search up Mario Builder, and you get fucking Builder Mario from Mario Maker. Yeah, I remember this. Where is it? Wow, you cannot find... Well, you straight up can't find Mario Builder anymore. What the hell? Mario Builder. Download it from Up to Down for free. Mario Builder is a video game inspired by Mario or... Yeah. Can I find any images of this? Yeah, finding information on this game. Here's an image of Mario Builder. Yeah. I loved this back in the day. Example file by Ting Thing. Yeah, that's the guy's name, Ting Thing. I remember that. I'm not a big fan of Mario Builder, but like that was really fun back then. Oh, you know what another Mario like editor was back in the day? Super Mario Flash. Dude, you guys remember Super Mario Flash? Dude, I played that a lot too. That was also, I mean, you can't play anymore because Flash is down, but that shit was so fun, dude. Actually, can you still play Super Mario Flash? Super Mario Flash, can you play that still? Does it work, even? Let's see. Yeah, Super Mario Flash. Does this work, even? Start game. Does it work, though? Oh, God. This looks like a fucking mobile game, dude. What is this crappy loading screen? Does this actually work, though? This isn't Mario Flash. What is this, Gary's World? The fuck is Gary's World? What is this? This ain't Mario Flash, dude. That is not Mario Flash. I tell you what. That is not Mario Flash. That ain't it. That ain't it, Chief. What is Super Mario Bros.io? Is this just straight up Mario Bros? This plugin is not supported. Oh, okay. It's Mario game. Yeah, you can't play Mario Flash anymore. Internet Archive? Does this work? What is this? Launching game. Oh my god. Does it actually work? Holy shit. Oh my god. Sorry, it's so loud. Let me turn it down. Please. Can I turn it down, please? Thank you. Jesus. Wow, look at that, man. We are playing Mario Flash in the control. The quality looks like ass. But maybe that's how it looked back then. I don't know. Wow. Dude, I'm just gonna straight up play Mario Flash right now. Can I full screen, or is that broken? Oh my god. Dude, I'm playing Mario Flash. Maybe. How do I move Mario? Is it WASD? I don't know how to how do I move again? How did I... It told me the controls and I forgot already. Oh, you can't move. Okay. Never mind, we can't play Mario Flash, guys. It doesn't work. Well, that's Mario Flash, though, guys. It's cool, right? I used to play that back in the day, but I guess it doesn't work. Well, rip, that's a shame. Damn, man, I love that. I wish I would do a series on Mario Flash. I don't care. I would totally do that. That was a part of my childhood, man. Like, I'm not even making that up. That was a part of my childhood. I used to play Mario Flash at school. Elementary school, we're talking. That's how young I was. Mario Flash 2 is good too, but I don't know, I kind of have a bit more nostalgia for Mario Flash, the original. I want to play Mario Crossover again too, man. If we can find a way to get Mario Crossover working, I'd play it. Let's see if we can play that Mario Crossover. Is there a way to play that? Maybe. We'll see. It's not even up on Exploding Rabbit's website. What about, I found some sketchy websites that have it, maybe. Oh yeah, sketchy websites, guys. Is it even gonna work, though? Because, like, Flash doesn't work. This SFW contains ActionScript 3, which is not yet supported by Ruffle. Oh. Also, I don't know if full screen is gonna work on this. Also, I might turn down the volume again, because it might be loud. Wait, I don't think it's even loading. Sorry, you guys can't see it, but there's like a loading screen for me. I was meant to talk about stuff, and I ended up getting on a tangent about fucking Mario, like, fan games. Hey, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. Okay, it's not loading. I think that's because of one of the plugins is not working. So yeah, I'll just close it. It's fine. Someday we'll restore a lot of Flash games. Ruffle, I guess, is the name of the Flash restorer. If Google don't want to support Flash, then we will. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this episode. I kind of just went on a tangent. I don't know why. I'll talk about the other stuff in the next episode. I might actually do another episode right after this, not gonna lie. Because I'm kind of in the... well, nah. I'll do it tomorrow, maybe, if I'm in the mood. I'm not doing 2 episodes back to back. That ain't happening, man. That ain't happening, Chief. I'm too tired for this. I did 4 hours today. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Follow me on twitch.tv/MinusBros if you want to chat with me live and see my stuff. And sub to MinusBros highlights as well. Still working on P5R highlights. It'll happen eventually, trust me. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Tetris 99, whenever that'll be. I think the next episode will be episode 98, and then we'll have episode 99. Crazy, right? 99 episodes of Tetris 99. Funny number. Except it's not funny. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, alright? So, bye now.